bulk. If you're the last one, if you use the last tampon and you don't buy another box, you're a fucking cunt. I'm just gonna say that. But we always do that. I buy in bulk.
Constantly having this fight at our house.
Are you guys on the same cycle?
So we
our cycles synced up on our honeymoon. That was like the first time, and then recently, yes.
But Kat synced up to the people we were hanging out with.
That's true.
Like the brand new people. Yeah.
That's cheating, Karman says.
Yeah, it is. It's cheating. No, but I think
his hands are wandering.
So do you guys have like, you're a bitch this week, you're a bitch this week, so we have 2 weeks hanging out? Like, what is it for you guys? That's what it is?
It's the absolute worst.
We're back to back, and I'm just on fire. Like, I'm like a fire-breathing dragon. I'm full of hate, and Karman just like dances around and away from me.
Yeah, I just try to keep my distance till it goes away.
Till it goes past. And although I have to say, if you eat the less sugar I eat, the less of a bitch I am. So maybe that's just me. But my beautiful wife, she gets like quiet, so I just try to cater to her as much as possible. That's how we roll, right? Am I wrong?
That's how we roll.
Is that how we roll? I love you.
That's
Thanks
true.
for not
If anybody
divorcing
figures
me.
that out, let us know.
Yeah, I think
because I feel like
the
it's
code.
like somebody's on and not feeling it, and right as like I'm like, I must be ovulating. Everything looks so sexy to me. And she's like, leave me alone.
And if you have a bad period and you feel bad, make sure you're respectful of your person's time. Because if like you're like, why are you being a bitch? It's like, just let her do what she's doing. Don't judge her. Okay, pick. What are you pointing at me for? What the
Because
fuck?
I thought that was smart.
Okay, good. I love you. Go ahead. Go, Cat Davis.
Ooh. What word or phrase does your wife overuse? From Alexa from Sydney. This is a good question.
I have an answer.
Okay.
Right now, specifically, in this weekend, you talk to Kat at all, right now, Kat will say, copy that.
Copy that.
Copy that.
It's because she's been in production for 2
Everything.
weeks.
She's working in production,
That's
so she's
why.
always on a headset, so now everything is copy that. Front row Joe
Copy
knows.
that.
Copy that.
It's annoying.
Yeah,
Copy
Kristen Tello knows.
I got a text from you that read copy that, and I'm like, what the fuck was that from? Copy that.
But, and I appreciate the term, but it's too much. You got to dial it back.
Carmen's been saying dude a lot lately because she was away from me for 2 weeks and she was hanging out with a bunch of people, so she came back and everything's dude.
I know.
Hey dude.
I
Hey
go,
dude.
dude. Sorry. Didn't mean to say that.
I don't really care. People don't like that. I don't give a fuck. You can call me anything you want. So
Thanks,
you put my hair.
I can do both at the
Okay.
same
What do
time.
I say too much, hun?
Well, when something is offensive to Bridget, she'll say, it's like a slap in the face. It's like a slap in the face. And she does it. And I go, oh, that's so funny. That's what your mom says, too.
My mom says it.
Oh,
Because she does.
Yeah, she does. And so when I'm getting upset, Carmen will go, was it a slap in the face? I'm like, you're such a bitch. I try not to say it. I always say it. All right, what does Kristen say
Yeah,
too
what do I
much?
say all the time?
Anyways,
Oh, you do say anyways all the time.
It's a colloquialism.
I don't mind it that much.
It's a two-point
I find you
word.
pretty adorable.
Yeah,
You're
pretty
taking
adorable.
McManus from
Copy
the last
that.
round. Copy that.
That's an
You're
audience
adorable.
question.
Oh, great.
Of course. You guys want to sit on down?
Who has a seat next to them that's free? Raise your hand.
Hi, come on in.
Too.
Hang on.
Hi. Good to see you. You guys are doing amazing, by the way. Fuck yeah.
Well, yes, it's so curly.
I know.
Here, put it back in and pull it out.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Stupid. Although I'm not. Anyway. Ready? Good.
Are we ready? Okay.
I like the way you guys are using your hearts to like agree and disagree with the.
Oh, yeah.
In real time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I made
I
it
like it
wrong.
mostly because you've come down on my side several times. So.
All right, Kristen, you pick.
All right, here we go. This is a question from the audience.
Oh.
Thank you, Jermaine. If you had to swap wives, which one would you take? Like of all the wives in the universe?
Yeah, the wives on this table at the table. Carmen, you go first.
Oh, I know 100% what.
Am I going
What
first?
You're gonna go
gonna say?
first.
Cat.
Carmen's taking cat.
Yeah,
That's a
because,
surprise.
I mean, I just feel like
She loves
obviously,
you.
Right?
Oh,
Like, we
I
get
thought
each
you'd
other.
pick Kristen for sure.
No.
No, because we're bros. We're just going to go have beers. It's
Oh,
fine.
now I feel embarrassed about my answer.
What's your answer?
I was going to say Karman because we're bros. We can go get beers.
Well, she's a wife swap, not
Yeah,
like
it's fine. Yeah, so who would you pick, Kat? There's no judgment
Yeah,
here.
I mean, now that you've put it in that light, I think. But I'm not going to go back. I would pick Bridget. I think it
Aw,
would be.
she's a good one.
Very exciting to see if I would live.
I would not pick either of you.
Yeah,
Because-
Bridget is not swapping.
No, I'm not swapping. I would wonder where Carmen is, why she's not here, what happened to Carmen. Where's Carmen? That's what I would wonder. Where's Carmen? I
That's
love
what
you
I
both,
was going
but-
to say, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then I would
swapping.
murder both of you, and then you would,
Or we would laugh a lot.
I think we would laugh a lot,
I think it would be.
but I'd murder you both.
exciting.
Okay, Carmen. Where are you in this scenario? I love you. Don't die.
Describe your first kiss.
Ooh, I like
So
this one.
should I?
Wait, hetero or?
I think
No, I kiss with our wives.
Oh, I
hetero.
I hope it's not my first kiss because
That makes sense.
Let me hear your hetero kiss, Kristen.
No.
Your first kiss with Kat Davis.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you remember that far back? Carmen's mind was like a movie.
It was like
It was a
movie.
fucking movie. It was like,
Good slow mo, up
it was
steps.
so good. Yeah, so what happened?
So my mom was visiting, and I snuck out of the house like a teenager in LA, and I came over to her place, and we've been like, not hooking up for months and months because we were.
We had another first sight. I knew I was going to marry her the moment I
Yeah.
met her, and then we had a long draw where we were working together and we were just friends, but I fucking wanted her from the moment. Okay.
And then I was finally single. As technicality, I was free. And then I went over to her house at like 1 in the morning, and she was standing at the top of her stairs at her crappy apartment building, and I slow-mo went up the steps and Planet went on.
She came up the steps, and I
good.
got so giggly. I was like, ah, and then she just grabbed me and kissed me, and I was like, oh, and then I threw her against the wall, and then we started making out, and then I pulled her to my studio apartment, and my cousin, my lesbian cousin, was sleeping in my studio apartment, and we went out on the porch, and we fucked on the porch. Happy first date ever! It was February, it was so cold.
Enjoy.
So cold.
Dedicate that answer to my mom, who's going to be watching.
Hi, Gail. Gail's watching. I fucked your daughter on the first date. Okay. What about you guys?
Ours was exactly the same.
No, what was yours? Kristen, what was yours? Tell me.
I remember now. Do you not remember? Is that why you didn't
How
answer?
do you not remember?
No, I remember now.
I replay it all the time.
Okay.
I think it involved me asking if I could give her a background.
No.
So if we could just move on.
No, I really fucking want to hear
Okay,
this.
so Kat and I went on our first date to Halloween Horror Nights, and I made her go on the Jurassic Park ride, and she got like soaked, and then she got really sick after that. And so it was like a week, and she's like, I'm like, when are we gonna hang out again? She's like, I don't want to hang out because I'm like really, really sick. And I'm like, well, it's Halloween, and I have Hocus Pocus and Elvira, and I'd love it if we like brought it over and we could like just hang out, just watch movies, just hang out next to each other on the couch. I won't get your germs. I never get sick. That's what I told her all the time. I'm like, it's fine. And so then we're kind of like watching movies, and I just want to kiss her so bad. She's like, no, I can't. I'm too sick. And I'm just like, babe, I'm so strong. I've got the immune system of an ox. And eventually, I think I wiggled my way into kissing her. But Kat definitely did say like, hey, can I give you a back rub? Oh. And I was like, what?
So,
I'm not cool. I'm not cool.
Yeah.
Well, because I was
And we
like,
kissed on her couch, and we made out until like 5 in the morning. And I didn't get sick.
she wants a high five. Okay, paddle question. Here we go. Paddle question. Okay, here we go. Everybody get paddles out. Paddles out. Everybody got their hearts. Here we go. My girlfriend wants to move in together, and I'm not sure if I'm ready. We've been together just over a year. Is it too soon to cohabitate? So for you guys, is it too soon? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Fuck no.
just over a year.
There's a couple yeses. The majority of it are no's, though. I think it depends on the person that you're with.
Yeah, how long did you wait to move in?
She never left us the night we fucked on the porch.
But I said yes to this because she said she's not sure. That to me is the problem. It's not the time. It's not the fact that she's not into it. If you're both not into it, don't do
But
it.
sometimes you just have to like, the commitment might be a little scary, but if you've been together a year and a half, maybe you're just ready to like
Everybody's different.
take that next step forward. I was ready to move in with Kat immediately, and she said, slow down. And I said, okay.
So, do you?
So there was no time. You weren't like, in 2 years we can do this. You just, whenever it felt right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then eventually you're just like, this is silly that we're keeping 2 apartments.
Got you on that one.
We're always in the same place.
Good job, you guys.
Yeah.
You're amazing. Everybody's on the same page for that.
Good job.
Karman Kregloe?
Can I do one of these blue ones again?
Sure, babe.
What has your wife tried to convince you to do or try that you've refused to do or try? I'm so glad I got this, because that answer is colonics. I'm not doing it. You can't make me do it. You can't make me watch
I
the
sent
video
her
that you
videos.
sent me.
I
I'm
sent
not
everyone
having any part of
videos.
it.
Having good colon health is so important, you guys. So I work at a bunch of talk shows, and we had this woman back is like, fuck no. I work on a bunch of talk shows, and we had this person on talking about colon health and how important colon health is, and I had no idea. And so I'm down for doing anything once. I'll just try it, and some things I'm like, I don't like this. And it's not like it's a fun sensation. I don't enjoy putting things up my butt, Karman, but if you haven't done it, it's fascinating. You get to watch the stuff come out of your body. No, yes, it's healthy. I have sent my mother-in-law this video. I've sent all my friends. I sent people
And
coupons.
what did my mother say to you when you she said,
My mother-in-law thinks that like I'm too lazy to take a poop and that I go to the doctor and they pull it out of me.
Bridget's so extra. She has to have someone poop for her.
I think I'm like an LA diva that like has people pull poop out of my body. I was like, no. If anybody's interested in colon health, we'll talk after. Okay. What about you guys?
Oh, yeah, we got it. Back there.
Everybody's
That's
like,
pretty hard.
no, colon health. Fuck yeah. You gotta live forever, baby. Yeah.
Hello.
Okay.
What have you asked me to try that I haven't? Mostly like Mario Kart, I think. We've got like, I mean, I'm pretty down for most adventures. Except, no, that's not true.
That's
I hate
actually
everything.
not
I'm scared
true.
of nature. I'm allergic to the world.
I picked the wrong wife for swapping. I should have definitely picked
Yeah.
Kristen. Sorry, Kristen.
I think the biggest thing that you're knee jerk to try is like anything that I say that's kind of like last minute. Like, hey, like last minute you want to get in the car and like go to the woods.
We are so like that.
And then she's like, no, I'll die. I can't. She's like, I'm allergic to dust and feathers and trees and bugs. Want to get inside my body? You know.
Karman goes to a lot of concerts and she wants to go out at night, like after 9. That I'm not down with at all. Like she would be like, there's a show that starts at 1. I'm like, in the morning? But we finally have a good system. I will drop her off. I will be her sober driver and I'll pick her up. And now she just goes with friends. And sometimes I'll like buy a ticket and be like, Eliza, go with her. And yeah, Eliza's over there. She knows this is fucking true. Because every once in a while I'll go to a concert and then I'm like, it's 8:30. Yeah. I don't like it. So yeah, I don't know how you do that.
It's fun.
No. Okay. Anything?
What do I say no to? I know the answer.
Oh, you know your own answer?
Yeah.
What do you say no to?
Plays.
Oh, watching plays?
No, listen, I love theater. I love theater, but at this point in my life, I've seen too many, and plays have done me dirty.
Listen.
And the last play I went to, I was like, babe, that's the last play I'm going to. I will go see a musical. You said no. I'll go see a musical. I'll go see some good singing and dancing, some razzle dazzle, but some serious plays. I'm just like, why? I don't need this.
LA theater.
I
LA
like a
theater's
lot
not
of like
good.
avant-garde. Like,
I'll see that shit you do.
I'm here about feelings kinds of plays. But yeah. Okay, from the Mystery Bowl, I'm
Ooh.
choosing a pink one.
Oh, this is from you guys.
From our group. Oh, hey, question.
Do you sell our mugs? Yeah, we do. Yeah. No one really wants to know that answer, but
From me. I didn't write that, but somebody said from me.
we sell them on Zazzle. If anybody really wants a mug, we sell them. I think they're like $15, and I love them. This one's
Yeah.
dirty, but whatever.
I
use these in
one
our
every
homes?
day.
Yeah.
All right, here's a real one. From the Mystery Bowl. Oh my gosh. What do you do when your wife wants a 4th cat, but you think 3 is enough?
You get the cat! You get the cat!
From
the cat.
Stephanie.
You get the cat! Where is it? Can we go get it right now? Let's fucking go get that cat right now. What does it look like?
You get the cat.
Do you already have it? We have 4 animals. Get them all. They need your love. Are you a monster? What the fuck is wrong with you? Get that cat. We're not even allowed to, I think we're allowed to have 1 animal. We have 4. We have 2 dogs and 2 cats.
Isn't anything over 3 hoarding? Like
I don't give a
by
fuck.
law?
Oh, it's love. It's called love. Do you love her?
I say no.
Obviously not.
Wait, so you guys think don't
Should
get
we
the
do
4th cat?
cat? The room's gonna decide. for
Okay.
us.
Okay.
Is a 4th animal
they
too
get
much?
a
Oh, should they? Should they get a 4th cat? Yes or no? 1, 2.
Should-
Everybody said yes. You are fucked. What's the deal? What should we name the cat? Let's decide right now. Clexa?
Name her Clexa for sure. The thing is once you have 3 cats,
the
what
4th.
difference does it make?
You might start forgetting their names, though. That
Well,
does
because
happen
once you
sometimes.
get a certain number of cats, there's always that one cat that just hides all the time.
Yeah.
Whether you never see, so it doesn't really matter. Because you only ever see like 2 at a time.
There's
It's
no,
kind of
there's no
interchange.
cap on love. Your heart will just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Congratulations on the new edition of everything.
Yes.
Kristen,
All right.
so excited we're getting a cat.
I'm gonna pick a yellow
Can
one.
you tag us when you post the picture of the cat? You're adopting? Great,
please.
thanks.
Okay. Do you think a long distance international relationship can work?
This is for you guys personally.
Patrice.
So we're going to go yes or no.
Yeah, that's
Ready?
another paddle question.
Will an international long-distance relationship work for you?
Yeah.
Yes or no? 1, 2, 3. Work for you personally.
Ooh, a nice
We got some
split.
good yeses.
Oh, there's a good amount of.
Nice.
But a
What'd
lot
you
of
say, Bridget?
no's.
Oh fuck no, I'm
Of
too
course
needy.
Bridget needs you
I need
close.
Karman. She's too far
You
right
said
now.
yes?
I think
Wow.
so.
Why would that work?
Cat.
Well, because here's the thing.
You
If I have
need
fallen-
touching all the
I
time.
need touching all the time. But if I've fallen in love with you and you are in a situation where we have to be countries apart, I will just think of you wistfully And absence makes the heart grow fonder.
You
and I
could
think you
not-
can work it out. If you freaking love that person, you
Yeah,
can work it out. But
that's
I
true.
would be like, eye on the prize. When are we getting back in the same country?
I feel like, Carmen, you really would, because you have like such a big, so whenever I go out of town for work or anything, she immediately has plans. She drops off at the airport and she's like out. So she has a full life without me. She doesn't need me at all. I don't even know why I'm
I
here.
need you.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
not to
but-
go to shows. I have other people to do that
Yeah,
with.
exactly.
But I need you for everything else.
But you would be fine with it. I feel like you would.
I mean, it wouldn't be ideal. I'd want to be close, but for the right person, I'd make the sacrifice. Sure.
I think we're missing one big question. What country are they in?
It doesn't matter if it's not like you mean like
I mean,
Mexico or
if it's
Canada.
a really cool country, that's
Oh.
going to make me really want to be, because then I get to visit that place.
Oh,
you
also
should
dual
visit it
citizenship.
anyway. If you're in a long-distance international relationship,
Well, let's say you
should
see each
visit it.
other in person 3 times a year. That's going to work for you? 3 times a year?
No.
Oh, well, then I guess your path is different. Carmen, poll question. That'd be hard for me. I'm very
Takes a
needy.
lot of work.
I'm
Any
so
kind of
excited you guys are
distance.
getting
If
a
you ever had
cat.
to evacuate
We'll talk
from
about
your
it.
home,
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
if you ever had to evacuate from your home, what 3 things of your wives would you save? Pets not included, obviously.
Pets obviously live.
So 3 things that would belong to you that I would save.
What would you save, honey?
I take out your whole jewelry collection, just on my back, all of the jewels, because you need those, right?
I have a
And
lot
then
of jewelry
and
boxes.
your grandmother's jewelry box that has like rosary beads and all like driver's license, all the stuff like that. And then what else do you value? I don't know. Maybe wherever but I don't know where the secret money's hidden.
It's in
I'd
the
say the
jewelry
secret
box.
money. She hides it everywhere. I don't know where it is.
You have
so-
to hide money. You know that, right? In case the earthquake comes? No, you're not LA people.
Is that
There's
why you're
money all
hiding
over the
money?
house. There's money all
I
over
don't
the
think
house.
that's why.
Carmen's always
Anyway.
like, do we have money in the house? I'm like, we have money everywhere.
Yeah. What would you save of mine?
Well, you have a bunch of memorabilia from your father, so I would take all that stuff. And any hair products. Carmen loves her hair. Oh, guitars, and she has a bunch of guitars. So I'd probably pick 2 of her guitars, a bunch of hair products, and her dad's stuff. That's what I would take.
Do you know which guitars to pick?
We'll see.
We'll talk about this
She
later.
just got an amazing guitar for her big birthday this year. All of her friends chipped in and got her that guitar that was made when she was, the year she was born. So I would get that guitar, and then the guitar that your dad dumpster dived?
Yes.
Oh, yeah! She has so many guitars. She has so many guitars. Okay, yes. Okay, what about you guys?
Okay.
Okay.
I would save your Bette Midler Funko.
Oh.
I
my
would
Hocus
save
Pocus.
Your
Yeah.
Edgar
Oh, my stuffed animal.
from when she was
From
a
when I
child.
was a small person.
Aw. And I would save your old-timey wooden pogo stick.
What? Why are you such weird shit? This is so weird. A stuffed animal and a pogo stick? The house is on fire, and that's what you fucking save. You got a computer, you got a...
Is it a
Those are
playhouse in the
interesting
backyard?
choices.
Is that what you wanted to say?
No.
Oh.
I would want her to save my autographed Bette Midler poster.
Oh, that's a good one.
I
yeah.
didn't know about that.
And then if you're going to grab that one, then you should grab the vintage Lily Tomlin poster.
Also great.
Solid.
And then probably my dad's ashes.
I know. I was gonna say. To be
Fucking
fair,
pogo stick.
my old-timey pogo stick. I did mean your dad's ashes.
I'm sorry, I should have known. All right, so
Davis.
Kat, I would save her jewels. Okay, I would save her stuffed animal puppy, who was given to her by not me.
Another girlfriend?
Let it burn.
Another girl?
Let it
And it
burn.
sleeps in our bed, everybody. Thank you. No. I find
Everybody says no. You are
And
psychotic.
then I would probably save like your favorite pair of socks. Like a good pair of socks.
Which
Wait a minute.
one?
Why do you have the stuffed animal? Why do you have it still?
Yeah, Kat.
I don't listen. This stuffed animal.
Can
was
we give
given
it to their
me-
cat to play with?
Yes, but because it comforts me. It makes me so happy.
And what do I do?
You comfort me and make me so happy.
Don't fight. Don't fight. Cat, pull another
Things
one.
that I had when I was little got lost, but anyway, it's nice. It also helps with my neck injury.
Let's just get you another one.
This is from someone in this room. Would you rather? What does this say?
Change.
Change?
Would you rather change? Would you
This is
rather
nonsense.
change gender every time you sneeze, or not be able to tell the difference between a cat or a donut?
Oh, I get it. It's a would you rather. Duh, I'd rather change gender every time I sneeze.
Yeah.
I feel like I would
Wait,
go to
is
kiss
this
the
your question?
cat.
Are you Rachel?
Rachel has asked us a
Wait a
crazy
minute.
question, and I'm in for it.
I wouldn't want to eat my cat.
Exactly. So you'd
This
rather.
is a hard question. This might be the hardest question I've ever been asked in my
This
life.
is the key to many a marriage. This would you rather.
I would change gender every
I
time
would have to because I
sneeze.
love my
How
cat
fun.
too much. I'm not going to eat my cat. This is.
Opens up the wardrobe.
Yeah.
I could maybe like try to grow a mustache in my man face.
See, I would never
Sneeze again. And
want
it's
to
gone.
change gender. Carmen can attest. I've done drag a couple times.
Oh,
Tell me how I.
she's the creepiest, scariest dude. Like, she just like creeps me out, like, ugh.
Because I go full
And no
force.
one ever recognizes her, so they're like, who's that? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, so I get dressed. You know, people like women dressed in drag or whatever, they do whatever. So I've done different charities where I dress up in men's clothing. And I go full force, like I wear like a mullet wig and I get the full beard and I have like a cane and a full like sleazy suit. And I walk around and nobody knows who I am because I don't look like just Bridget with a mustache. So I'm always walking around and then I have a voice. And so then the whole time people just stay the fuck away from me. And then Carmen's like, stop doing this. Stop wearing this. She hates it.
I hate it.
She used to dress it like she was part of a performance troupe where her character's named Jack.
Oh, my drag, yeah, Jack Thrasher.
Yeah, and so we have like a magnet on the fridge of Carmen and Drag, and she's like fucking feeling herself. She's like, and that's not what I look like. I look like the creepiest. I look like a pedophile.
You look
I
like a
look
guy who got
awful.
kicked off a love boat for groping someone.
That's exactly what I look like.
Life goals.
Life goals. Carmen, pick one.
Yeah,
Oh, is yellow? Yeah, let's do yellow.
Yellow. Okay. Yes or no?
Is it a red flag if my wife only watches porn that features women who look nothing like me?
Ooh,
From
that's a power
Dominique in
question.
Portland. So
Is
is,
that a red
it a
flag?
red flag if my wife only watches porn that feature women who look nothing like me?
1, 2, 3. Oh, this all knows.
A lot
All
of
of them knows.
That's right.
That's right.
Yes.
That's fucking weird.
What are you
It's
doing?
not real.
It's
not real.
I think.
not real.
Okay, Bridget, were you the outlier?
What are you talking about? It looks nothing like you. It looks nothing. Thank you. It looks nothing like you. Like, why? If that's her, okay, not like I caught her doing this one time, but like that's your go-to porn.
that's
Is some
not-
like long-haired blonde
Only watches
Amazon.
it, only
I'd be like, who the fuck is this bitch? Why are you always looking up blonde chicks? Oh, I'm mad. Really? You guys are so secure. It doesn't matter. It's fantasy.
First of all,
I think, yeah.
Khaleesi says yes. I can't
Here's
fucking
the
deny
thing.
that.
a couple things, statistically speaking, in the lesbian community, and you could disagree with me, and that's totally fine. I think there's like a high rate of lesbians also watching gay porn, like
Yeah.
guy on guy porn. They don't look like Cat. So there's that.
Yeah.
Also, nothing could compare to her. I can't find
Oh, God damn it, Kristen. Right? Let's move on.
That's right.
All right.
Your
God, you're
private side
good.
All
porno
right.
is
Question
your own
from someone in
business.
the
Who's this
audience.
bitch you're fucking watching on? Okay, sorry.
Oh, Bridget's mad.
What's this question?
Oh, well, got a fan. Jasmine in the audience says, "I loved Cat on the Prowl, and I love Brunch with Bridget. Any
Oh.
chance those could come back?"
So we used to have internet shows that were on a website called AfterEllen.com. It was Cat on the Prowl and Brunch with Bridget.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching those. I have done recent episodes that are actually on telefilms.com, so since they were on that website. So if you guys go to Telefilms, you can see episodes from only a couple years ago where I'm interviewing a bunch of women. And yeah, I would totally do that again. What about you, Kat?
I loved doing that show. It was so fun. I just got to drive around in my car with cool people and pretend to hit on them and find out everything about them. It was the best. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Might be odd for me to be Cat on the Prowl again, given that I am a married lady.
No, I'll drive.
That's perfect.
Teamwork, you guys. That's how you do it.
Okay, who has the final say in your house?
Even in our house, it's Bridget.
Carmen might disagree with me, but I think she has the final say. If
I
something,
know, it's funny. You always say that.
I do, because it's something that, I feel like you wouldn't expect this, but I feel like I actually am easygoing about a lot of things.
Okay.
Like if like our living room is all covered in like posters. Like I'm not a rock poster person, but like that's something she cares about, so that's how it is. Like when I first met her, she had 4 cats, because that's how gay she is, and I was highly allergic, and I couldn't be around cats, and I knew I was going to marry her, so I'm like, I have to find a way to deal with this, and so I eventually, after 28 years, that's when we got married. I was 28. God, that was a long fucking time ago. Anyway, I made myself become immune to being allergic. I had to. I was like, I'm marrying her. I'm not going to be that bitch that's like, you have to get rid of your cat for for me. I just can't do that. So I found a way to just push through the pain. So now we're all cat crazy. So I feel like I'm easy going in
You were
some
great about
way.
the cat thing.
Just
that's
about
true.
the cat thing.
Just about.
Who do you think has the final say in our house?
Who do I think?
Yeah.
I really feel like you do because you'll raise a bigger stink than I will if things don't go your way.
If they don't go my way?
Yeah.
Sometimes someone parked in my parking space and I
Yeah.
took my earrings off. I was
This
like,
is how
who is this?
easygoing she is.
I was like, who's
There
this
was
bitch?
a friend who was
I was like,
in
oh, hi,
town
Jenny. Why don't you
visiting.
leave your fucking-
She's like, why is she in my spot? And I'm like,
I was like, are you cheating on me with Jenny? Because she took my parking spot? She was like, you're insane.
it was street cleaning. It was just street cleaning. That's all. Easygoing though.
Your house.
Who do you think?
1, 2, 3.
Kristen.
Yeah! Because here's what'll happen. Kat will be like, no, we're going to do it this way. And then we're like, okay. And then like an hour later, she'll be like, listen, I was wrong. We should just do it your way. I answered rashly. And I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah, plus, like, I feel like I have a lot of strong opinions at first on a lot of things. And so if you put your foot down about something, you usually wait until it really matters.
Oh, I hold on to that card.
Yeah.
I don't play it often.
Really, if there's going to be a final say, it's probably going to be you, because you don't go wasting your controlling impulses in the same way that I do.
Kristen, I think we have time for one more question in the bowl, and then we should do a School of Life. Is that correct, or should we keep going?
We're done at 4.
Oh, we're done at 4. We're not done at 3:45? Woo!
You want to do School of Life and then do another round?
Yeah,
Whatever, sure. So we'll you have our cards for School of Life? Or do you remember what yours are?
I don't have our cards, but I do remember
Okay,
what
good.
mine was.
So we do this part of the show called School of Life, where we all share a little tidbit of something that has worked for us before, and we have 4 other seasons of the show if you guys like it on tele, and some of them are on YouTube. And we give serious and not so serious pieces that have actually really worked for us. So who would like to go first for their School of Life?
I'll go first since you're looking at me.
I love you.
Okay, I think that if you and your wife should go do something that's a little bit scary for you, and that can be anything. That could be like go skydiving together, or could that be like take an improv class, but something that kind of like that you're both are a little bit nervous to go and do together, because then you have that shared experience, and then like your adrenaline's all raised, and then you're done, and then you're like, woo, we did it, let's go have sex, and then you do, and that's great.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cat Davis.
Ooh. I would say my School of Life is fold your wife's underwear. Because it's one of those things where you're taking care, you're doing the laundry, and you fold their underwear, and it's good on 2 levels. Number 1, you're caretaking, and that feels nice to do sometimes, and also it's kind of sexy. And when you can find the sexy in the chores and you're folding the underwears, and you're like, oh, I'm very, very into these underwears that belong to my wife, like, win-win, man.
But to be fair, I know that Kat says that she also gets turned on by her own underwear. Is this correct?
Yeah, that's true. Listen, here's the thing.
You might have a panty fetish.
I'm really into women. I don't know if you know that about me. Super love women, and yeah, no, it's true. I can't believe I told you that. It's true. Sometimes I do get turned on folding my own underwear. I just like women's underwear, guys.
It's okay. It's fine. This might surprise you, but my my School of Life is shut up. Sometimes you should just shut up. Sometimes you have all these feelings and you need to share them. She doesn't need to hear all your feelings all the time. Pick and choose. Sometimes just be quiet. Just let whatever's going on. Sometimes you go have a monologue. You go in the other room and talk to yourself. You don't always need to share everything, because then she'll leave, and you don't want her to leave. I see a yes in the back. That's right. Yes.
Yes.
Your turn, sweetheart.
My School of Life is if your wife is wavering on something she wants to buy and she's trying to talk herself out of it, just tell her to buy it. Tell her to treat herself. Just say, you know what, you should get it. No, I'm not saying like a yacht. Like, it's not always a thing that should happen. But most of the time, it's not going to be like a yacht anyway. It's going to be like a dress that's a little more than she thought she was going to spend, or a fancy ring she may not need. Just say do it.
Because I think that's so smart. Yeah, exactly. She's yes up there, because buy shit. Let her buy
Tell
shit.
her to buy it. Tell her to
Because
buy
then
it.
you feel special. Then you feel like, oh, I do deserve it. That's like a love language. Some people have love languages where they need to like get presents. Gifts is part of it. So she needs gifts. She's getting a cat. We're all getting things.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's our cat now.
We're gonna all just parent that cat so hard. It's gonna be so loved. Yeah, this whole room.
Okay. This sort of goes along with what Kat was saying about folding underwear. Buy your wife underwear. It's something that we've actually been doing since the beginning of our relationship. Is that you find a good underwear sale somewhere and you're like, ooh, $10 10 pairs for $35. With 5 of those pairs, I'm picking out just for my woman. Because it's so exciting to A, give a present, but also to be like, hey, I got these for you, but they're really for me.
Oh.
And it's really fun. It's really fun. I like it. That's like one of my favorite things to do.
Carmen's like, I came home from Target with Harry Potter underwear. I'm like, yeah, you did. I did.
She liked
Are they
it too.
extra large? Because they better be.
Yeah.
They're very comfortable. Okay, Kat, your turn.
Okay. So my school of life would be, I would say, don't let the word divorce be a boogeyman in your relationship. Because it is, the fact is you've opted into this commitment. You're in a relationship with a person and you guys are in it together. And like the fact of the matter is like if it doesn't work, that is going to be something you have to talk about. And if you end up repressing those feelings or you don't want to say that word or you don't want to keep communicating, I think it can build up inside and it can really build up a big distance between you. And you should remember that like you're in this because you want to be in this. And that like there is a way that society has come up with to end this if it has to be. And it's just part of the life cycle of the relationship. And if you deny it and avoid it, I think it has even more destructive power. And that just remember, we're here because we want to be.
Oh,
in
I
this
like that.
marriage.
That's good. Let's give a round of applause for that. That's a
Yeah.
really good one.
Good job, babe.
I would say rearrange your furniture. That sounds kind of odd. Sometimes you can't afford to move or change up your life, but you know, when Carmen goes out of town, sometimes I will paint a room or I'll change things around. So it's like she comes home to something new, and then it's like a new place we can explore and do things on and in and whatever. It's like, we've never done this over here before. It's new. No, are you not?
Yes.
Yes, it better be us. Yes.
New. It's
Yeah.
fresh.
It's a way to like spice things up, but you don't necessarily have to spend money to spice things up.
Yeah.
Do you like keeping it fresh that way?
I like keeping it fresh. Yeah. Fresher the better is what I always say.
Okay, your turn, baby.
Well, I kind of have a different one than I was going to say, which is say the thing you're afraid to say. And that's opposite the thing that you said, which is like stop talking all the time. Because
I didn't say
don't-
stop talking all the
Oh,
time,
is
Carmen.
is that what you said? Well, I have the opposite problem. I undershare. And so I have found the times when I was most worried about talking about something with you, if I just did and I just started out there rather than waiting and making it get worse, it just was always better.
Yep.
It went better than expected because I opened it. I came with an open heart.
Yeah.
And I just think sometimes it's really hard to stay open-hearted, but it's really good when you do. So I would say the thing.
Especially, yes, that's a great,
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a great one.
that's a really great one. Any other school of life, or should we go back to our or
I want to get another.
okay, go for
I
it.
want to get another pink.
Here we go. Go for it.
Hey.
So this is you guys.
How do you? Well, I could guess. How do you find keeping bondage games alive with your single friends? No, that is not what this says. How do you
Stop moving.
keep
Boundaries.
boundaries?
How do you keep
Boundaries with single
How do you
friends.
keep boundaries with your single friends?
Boundaries. That's funny because that's not a word that's in my vocabulary.
I was gonna say you're not a boundaries
So
person.
I didn't recognize it. That's a good question, Bridget. How do you keep boundaries with your single friends? Who wrote this? This is a good one. From Hannah.
I have no problem with boundaries. That's definitely not my thing.
Yeah, it's not your thing.
You're really good. You're one
If
of
they
my
cross
friends
the
who's
line, they're
best.
gone.
There's yeses and nos for me. There's things that are okay with me and aren't okay with me. And that's why, like, Karman is the extrovert in our family. I'm the introvert. So that's why if she wants to do something, I let her do things without me. So, I mean, if someone's like, I want to go out and get fucking crazy drunk because I'm single, I'm like, bye. I'm not going to do that. But she'll go out and be your wing woman. Like, you're fine with that kind of
I'll do it.
stuff.
I think just golden rule, that's usually the thing with everything, right? It's like, I want to interact with my friends the way I would want you to interact with your friends. And if it's not,
We have had people that crossed lines and tried to interfere with our marriage in the past that we were friends with, and that they started doing inappropriate things, like a person that used to come into our house and not knock, they would just open the door, which I don't know why our door was unlocked, but it was. So if you guys ever stop by, it's open, come on in. But this person knew, and they would just walk in. Or sometimes would three of us be hanging out, and I would say, hey, Karman, do you want to do this? And they would answer for her, and I was like, oh, no, not in my house. So yes, I see the no over there. No, that wouldn't work. So that was a boundary that I was like, this person is not appropriate. Let's have a talk with them. We had a talk with them, and that person's just not, we're not friends anymore because having that talk with them was too much for them, and that's not how they wanted to be friends. And I'm like, well, then we can't be friends. And it's okay to break up with friends. It is okay. You outgrow people. It's like anything else. You don't have to stay in an abusive relationship, even if it's someone that you've known for a long time. Keep it moving. Be with people that love you and respect you. Thank you, Pat.
That's good.
Thank you, Pat. What about you guys? Do you guys have issues with that?
I don't have an answer.
You don't have an
I
answer?
don't really know because I don't know if I've experienced this problem. So I don't know if I have an answer.
That's okay. You don't have to pick
Yeah.
another question. You don't have to.
But also you said something that was really great. So
Oh,
how can
thanks.
I top that? All right.
Audience question.
Audience question.
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay. What do you think about khaki as a fashion statement? Is it always in style or
Never.
not?
Who the fuck said this?
Wait, she says my girlfriend and I debate about this. From Jill.
So Jill, Kristen Baker's girlfriend, our director, Kristen Baker.
Oh, blowing up your spot. Khaki as a
So
fashion
you like
statement.
khaki or you don't like khaki? Are you pro khaki or anti khaki? Khaki.
I'm gonna say
Jill. Are you pro khaki?
I think Jill's anti-khaki.
Listen, throw all your fucking khaki away.
Oh my
What are
God,
you
yes,
doing?
let's take it to the crowd. You
Yeah.
guys, this is we already voted on 4 cats. Is khaki a yes or a no?
No.
It's a big fuck you no. Who says yes? I bet you look good in khaki. I bet you look
Oh,
really
it's a
good.
mixed room. Kristen, you're going to have to win us over with your red carpet look. We'll all have to come in on the comments on that one.
Okay, here's a good one.
Here's one.
My wife has started spending a lot more time with her family, and it's encroaching on her private life. What do I do? Ashley from Bakersfield, California.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one. Because you want to be
Go with her.
respectful.
Be-
Yeah.
Do it with her. Get in on it. Participate.
But at the same time, I can understand where it's like you can't get in the way of the family. But if all of your downtime, let's say you work many hours all the week, and then you're going to spend your whole weekend with her family, and you feel like you never get downtime with your boo thing, or whatever the kids say these days.
Nobody says that, Kat.
Well,
thing.
good. I've been off the market for a while. I think that you have to have a conversation about it, because as much as you respect her family, you guys need your one-on-one. And it's quality time, yes, and it's quality time building those relationships with the family, but it's hard because there's that shift that happens, especially when you get married, where it's like, well, this is my family over here that I grew up with, but also this is my family.
Yeah.
And this is my person, and it is a shift, and it happens gradually over time, but you've got to take care of both.
I understand where you're coming from, but for me and my perspective, Karman's family absolutely comes first. They are just a priority. That's just how we have set up the dynamic of our families. So if Karman needs to go see her mom, I go, first class fly, get the fuck out of here, go now. Because you're never going to, at least in my opinion, you're never going to regret spending time with your family. Spend as much time with your family as you possibly can, because one day you might not be able to do it. So,
Totally.
and if you have a good enough relationship, I should be there. Karman should be in my arms when she dies. That's the plan, right, honey? You're gonna die in my arms. So I'll be with her when she takes her last breath. So you can be with your mom, because I'll be with you, looking in your eyes when you die. Sometimes I love her mom. I spend as much time with her, but also I let her go on vacation or go visit her mom without me, because I know her mom likes special bonding time with Karman, and I'm like, I know I'd rather be there with her or be with her and her mom, and it's like, no, it's okay. This is for you. Your family comes first.
Absolutely. I think there's a difference too, a long distance family. Like, I'm always like, you want to go to Oregon for a couple of weeks, you go. Versus like, if let's say you live in a small town and your parents are around the
Or you just
corner.
live in the same town as your
That's kind of
family.
where I was coming.
And there have definitely been times when like family can get like too much into your personal business. And so if you're in a relationship and you feel like your person's family is like too much in your lives, just have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
And then see what happens.
And also, if you have a family that's like toxic and you don't feel safe around, I think it's okay to allow your wife, partner, girlfriend, whatever, to step in and be like, listen, you don't have to do this anymore. Let me be your excuse why we can say no to this. Because I know sometimes I get in situations with my family. I love my family. We're very close, but it gets to be too much. And Karman can say, you don't have to do this. You can go visit people for 3 days, not 2 weeks, because you're going to go crazy, and that's okay. Thank you.
Got to take care of your person.
Okay, Karman, pick a question.
From the mystery bowl.
Describe your wife's fighting style. What is it, Krav Maga? Is that how you say it? Is that the right pronunciation? I mean, she doesn't take any fucking prisoners, I'll tell you that, but she doesn't hold a grudge. So she'll spew, and then she's like, "Whew, I feel better. We're good, right?" And I'm like, all right, we're good. Yeah.
I just come from a family that, like, if you have an issue, let's talk about it now. And you can say anything. Like, we're in a safe place. If she's not happy with something I do, I just want to make her happy. I want to make it better. I'm really fine with criticism. It's
true.
So if she wants something I'm not doing right, I'm not going, oh, you did it. Like, I'm just like, tell me what it is, and I will fix it. Because my goal is to make you happy at all times. I love you more than anything else. I love you more than myself. I love you. I want you to be happy.
Copy that.
Yeah, copy.
That was good.
Karman likes to hold everything in, and she lets me fight at her, and she just sits there and looks at me, and I'm like, oh, you're not going to say anything, huh? Well, let me just say the story again from the beginning of how this bothered me. And you're like, I've heard this story many times, and I can sit here all day, bitch. I have to pull it out of her. Go, just tell me how you feel. And then she tells me, and then I go, okay, great. That's all I need. Just tell me how you feel.
Say the thing.
Say the thing.
Kristen Smith
That's
will
me.
just sit there and just stone face take it in and process, and I just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
God, we're annoying. You and I.
And then half the time I'll circle around to like why I'm wrong, and then I'm just having both sides of the fight. And then like 2 days later she'll come to me and be like, I really thought about it, and here's it. And I'm like, oh, but it takes like 2 days, and by then I've already had so many ups and downs that who knows what's going on.
Yeah, I just put the boards in the window and wait for the storm to pass. Well, because you process out loud, and I process in loud.
Internally.
Me too.
And I can't, even if I try to get in, like, you're so on a roll that I just can't find my way in. So I'm like, I'll just wait.
Yeah, I have to work hard. I sit and I go, let Kristen respond, and then I count in my head to see if she will. But
Like 1, 2, 3. No,
Are you waiting for your turn to talk again?
I had a therapist tell me one time to go in the other room and have the fight with myself. Because that's what you're going to do, and because you eventually figure out what it is. And also, I talk about this too, how I've gone through an anger management program. I guess I should go back. But it's been so beneficial because you realize that your anger is just, it's 4 things. It's fear, shame, hurt, and sadness. And so when you figure out what you're really mad about, then you're like, oh, actually, I feel bad. My feelings are hurt. And if you come to your person and say, my feelings are hurt, you hurt my feelings, versus like, I hate you. Like, it's just approaching that is so, like, I know that I want to, if someone can, you made me sad or I'm hurt, then it's so much more vulnerable. That's so much more, you can accept that. Just being yelled at, nobody wants to be yelled at or criticized. That's, you just shut down and put your walls up. So if I have the conversation with myself, I go, and at the end of it, I'm like, and I'm sad. Oh, okay. Well, now I'm sad. And then I'm like, babe, I'm sad. And you're like, okay.
Aww.
You're like, do you want to sit on my lap? And I go, yeah, we do a lot of lap sitting. I just sit on, let me show you.
Call it labradoodle.
We call it labradoodle, like a big dog sitting on a person thinking they're a little dog. This is what we do all the time.
Wow, everyone.
So comfortable.
So comfortable.
That's what I say. That's it. Okay, so we're gonna say our goodbyes. Okay, so this is what happened. We're gonna say, nope, put it down. We're gonna say, you're gonna say, thank you for watching Happy Wife, Happy Life.
Yeah.
Carmen's gonna say, and let's say together, and we all say forever, and we all hold our paddles and signs up. Are you ready? So you guys are on the forever. We can practice if you want.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. All right, thank you everyone for watching Happy Wife, Happy Life.
And let's stay together.
Thank you guys. Have a wonderful ClexaCon. You did it!
We'll be around. You guys were awesome.